All right. I'm just going to explain future value and present value so that you understand this. All right. Present value, as I told you that, maybe in a case whereby you are borrowing from a bank, the amount that they give you then that time is the present value. It is the amount of money now. You understand that? Then the future value is the amount of money that is then. All right. In other words, I said future value, which is given by x, big brackets, 1 minus is 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1, okay, over I. This is the amount of money then later. And usually, in terms of maybe, let's say in terms of saving, that will be the amount that will be in the account later on. Then present value, which is x, then big brackets 1 minus 1 plus I, involve negative n of I. That's the amount of money now. That's the amount of money now. In terms of being given a loan, that's the amount of money that you'll be given now. Okay, all right. But whenever they're asking questions, you'll be required maybe to get the value of P, or you may be required to get the value of N, or you may be required to get the value of I, even on future value, same story. In this case, you need to determine the value of P. For example, Peter borrowed, maybe let's say he borrowed 120,000 from a financial institution, and he is supposed to repay. Oh, okay. I want you to determine the value of P, but already I've given you the value of P. Let me say Peter borrowed a certain amount, of money from a bank. Okay, this is from a bank. You're supposed to pay to repay the loan by means of monthly installments, maybe let's say for 3 years. Okay. If he is paying, maybe if he's paying 430 rands per month for 3 years, if he pays for 3 months, for 3 years, determine the amount of money that you borrowed, the amount okay. Or in this case, if the amount of money that you borrowed, if the amount is charged, if the loan is charged at 10% per annum, compounded monthly. Okay. First of all, I'm going to use the red marker. Peter borrowed a certain amount of money from a bank. He's supposed to repay the loan by means of monthly installments. Here I left the word installments for 3 years. If he pays for 30,000 per month for 3 years, determine the amount of money Peter borrowed. If the loan is charged at 10% per annum, compounded monthly. So first of all, I'm going to use a red marker here. You must understand that this 3 years, it is N. And then this 430 per month, it is X. And then 10% compound interest, it is I. Okay, you can rewrite this. We're going to say X is equal to 430, N is equal to 3 years, and then I is equal to 10%, which is 0.1. 0.1 is fine. Then P, we are looking for P. So in other words, P is equal to X, big bracket, 1 plus I to the 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative N, all to the power of I. Then what is the value of P? We are looking for P. So what's the value of X? It's 430. What's the value of 1 minus 1 plus I is 0.1. Compounded monthly to the over 12 minus 3 years times 12. So this is going to be your present value. I'm going to punch this into a calculator so that I'm going to say 430, then 1 minus, oh, this is over, alright, this is over 0.1 over 12, because that's the I. Then 1 minus 1 plus, which is going to be, P is equal to 13,326.23 cents. So this is the amount that you borrowed, P. All right. When you are repaying a loan, sometimes you'll be asked to determine balance, maybe after the 10th payment, or maybe after 5 years. Let's say you are repaying a loan for maybe, let's say, for 10 years, and then they ask you the balance. How much is the balance immediately after paying the 23rd payment? But that's what you're going to look at. For example, let's talk about Petra. Let's say Petra borrowed maybe borrowed 187,000 rands, maybe, and was charged 30%, let's say 16% per annum, compounded monthly. Okay, and she repays the loan at, she's repaying the loan by means of let's say 4,300 monthly installments. And then they say that determine the balance after payments, after the 23rd payments. Okay. All right, we can see that Petra borrowed this amount and then is charged this amount. Now they need the balance. But before we calculate the balance, I want you to recall the following formula for calculating balance. Balance is given by, first of all, I'm just going to say compound interest so that I know that you remember the compound interest formula. Compound interest formula minus future value. And I'm going to explain this. Future value formula. This is what you just use. But how? Maybe let's say they say the 23rd payment. So in other words, your N. First of all, you must understand your N. We are looking at balance. We are looking for balance on the NF payments. So this becomes your N. If it's 23rd, it's 23rd payment. So its N is equal to 23. So maybe if they say after 4 years, you're just gonna say 4 times. If it's compounded monthly, 4 times 12, then your N is going to be 4 times 12. If it's 3 years, you do the same thing. So this is your N. Okay. So your balance is going to be your present formula. The amount of money that you borrowed, 1 plus I, compound interest to the power of N. And this is your N. Okay. That is your N. Then minus. Why do we say compound interest minus future value? Alright, this is the amount that you borrowed, and the amount, if you borrow money like today, they are going to charge interest, maybe for up until the 23rd payment. This amount of money that you borrowed is going to accrue interest up until on the 23rd payment. So that's why we say future value. The amount that you borrowed accrues interest, so it's future value. It's compound interest minus future value. Those are the amount that you are paying. Is that when you borrow a loan, you're supposed to repay it by means of monthly installments. So those monthly installments, if we sum them up, we are going to have future value. So that's the amount of money that you borrowed. That's the amount of money that you paid. The future value, that's the amount of money that you paid. So that's why we say future value. So future value, you're going to say it's X, then 1 plus I to the power of N minus 1. And then this is the N. The N is coming from there. Let me just use red. Okay, I'm going to use. This is the future value. Future value is over I. So it doesn't extend there. So it's compound interest minus future value. That's balance. This is balance. And then what you must take note is that your N, the N for both the future value, so your N is 23 for both the compound interest and the future value. Your N should be 23. The 23rd payment, it gives you the N. If they say, how much is it immediately after paying the 10th payment, so your N is supposed to be 10. If they say, how much, what is the value of N after 5 years, you're just going to say 5 times, if it's compounded monthly, 5 times 12. So this becomes your N. This becomes your N. So that's how you calculate your balance. So in this case, you're just gonna say, how much is it that Petra borrowed? You can see that Petra borrowed 187,000. This is how much she borrowed. 1 plus I we're given that is 16%, which is 0.16 over 12, was compounded monthly to the power of N. N is 23, so you write it 23 here, because you are given the payment. That is the 23rd payment. So N is 23. You take the number of payments for N, for both the compound interest and the future value. Take the number of payments up until when you are going to calculate your balance. You're going to calculate your balance on the 23rd payment. That's what they're asking you. So your N becomes 23. Then minus, how much is she paying per month? 4,300, brackets, big bracket, 1 plus I, and our I is 0.16 over 12. all to the power of n. N is 23 minus 1 over 0.16 over 12. Then you punch this into your calculator, then you get the balance. So in other words, you're going to get the balance is 187, 123, then 1 plus, then it's 0.16 over 12, then to the power of 23 minus 300, big bracket, 1 plus 0.16 over 12 to the power of 23 minus 1 all over 0.16 to the power of 12. So the balance is going to be 138,000. So this is the balance, which is 138,743, 743.44 rands. This is the balance. So whenever you're calculating balance, you're supposed to say compound interest minus future value. And then you must be careful with n. Your n is supposed to be the number of, if they say calculate the balance on the 10th payment, so your n should be 10. If they say on the 40th payment, your n is supposed to be 40. All right, I'm going to talk about depreciation. For example, you buy a car today. Let's say you buy a car at 200,000. Then you use it. Then after a period of 5 years, its value is not going to be 200,000. Its value is going to be reduced. So that reduction, we call it depreciation. All right. There are certain items that depreciate. Some items they don't depreciate; they appreciate their value. All right. For example, a company buys a machine for 1 million. Then maybe after 2 years, the value of that machine is not going to be 1 million because that machine will be used and its value is going to lose value, and that losing of value of an item, we call it depreciation. All right, depreciation is given by two methods. The first one is called linear method. All right, this linear method, sometimes it is called straight line method. All right, the straight line method, I'm going to give you the formula for the straight line method. Is given by A. A is the value of the item after depreciation. Then P, it is the value of the item now, is the present value. Then 1 minus IN. That's for depreciation on straight line method. This is the first one. Then the second one, we are talking of reducing balance method. Reducing balance method. The reducing balance method, sometimes it is called diminishing balance method. It is called diminishing balance method. All right, diminishing balance method is given by A is equal to P bracket 1 minus I to the power of N. If you can see this one is similar to simple interest, but the difference is that on simple interest, this is supposed to be positive, but here it's negative, it's minus. Same story, this one is similar to compound interest, but this one is a minus. Okay, for example, determine the value of a car after 5 years purchase. if the car costs 138,000 rands now and depreciates at 10% per annum on diminishing balance method. Diminishing balance method. All right. Determine the value of a car after 5 years of purchase. If the car costs 130,000 rands now and if it depreciates at 10% per annum on diminishing balance method. Or you just want to write the formula P is equal to, because it's diminishing, they've told you, so you're going to use this method. A is equal to P bracket 1 minus I to the power of N. And as you can see, this one, this is the price of the car, so this becomes your P. So this is 5 years, after 5 years, so this becomes your N, and then 10%, it becomes your I. Okay, so it's a matter of saying your P, 130,000, 1, 2, 3, 1 minus 0,1, all to the power of N, or N is 5 years. Then you can get the value there. What is the value there? It's 138, 1, 2, 3, 1 minus 0.1, all to the power of 5. So it's 81,487.62. 81,487 rands, 62 cents. So after 5 years, this car, which is 138, it will be worth 81,000. Okay, that's on reducing balance. Let me just give you a question on the straight line method. Determine the price, determine the value of a machine. Determine the value of the machine now. If its price, if its value is 1,239,451 cents, 422 cents. If its value is in 4 years' time. Okay, and if the machine depreciates it, it's 15%, 13% per annum compounded, 30% per annum on straight line method. Okay, what did you use? The linear method. But first of all, you use that. So it's 13% per annum, and this one is, which means this is your A, because this is the value of the machine after 4 years. And then where is 4 years? This is 4 years, so it becomes your N. So what are you looking for? You are looking for P. So in other words, it's A is equal to 1,239,451,22. Your I is equal to 0,13. Then your N is equal to 4. Then you are looking for P. We don't know P. So in other words, you're going to say 1,239,451,22 is equal to P bracket 1 minus I is 0,13, all to the power of what? To the power of 4. Then we solve for P. So which means P is equal to 1,239,451 0.22 over 1 minus 0.13 all to the power of 4. I'm just going to use this calculator quickly. It's 1,239,451,22 divided by 1 minus 0.13 all to the power of 4. For P is equal to 216347.73. That's your P. So in other words, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's 2 million. So which means the machine costs 2,163,477 rands, 63 cents. Now, so this is the amount of money. This is the value of the machine now.